Now around the country, they have like this preconceived notion about the Appalachian Mountains in Kentucky. Like they believe like everybody needs like dental work and nobody wears shoes. So let them know what's really going on there. I'm looking at you, and you look like you wore braces, and you very much have some cute shoes on.
Yeah, these are my boots.
New boot moving, you know. We call those certain kind of kicking boots, you know.
Yeah, I mean these are quality boots I have on my feet. But I can assure you that I do wear shoes. Now I do own a banjo, and it is true that every baby is issued a banjo upon birth. I'm kidding. I wish that was true, but yeah, I do play banjo and upright bass. I do play bluegrass. Music is a big part of our heritage, as is oral history. Clogging, you know, you always know a concert's good when the clog pit opens up. It's awesome though. We actually had some of the first integrated cemeteries in the state. A lot of people don't know that. Now, I am descended from the McCoys though. I'll own up to it. On my mom's side, clearly, the Velasquez family clearly is not from Eastern Kentucky.
Well, you know what? I heard that Ann C. was part of the Hatfields.
That's right.
Really?
The Hatfield Johnson. The Hatfield Johnsons.
So I've seen you guys get along pretty well before we came on air.
Yeah. My cousin is actually a Hatfield and a McCoy. So we put our differences aside now.
So maybe that's over with now.
Yeah, but the most of the stories you see actually aren't very true. It actually went back to like the Revolutionary War and before the rivalry did. So we have a lot of family files and stuff, and my grandmother remembers growing up and hearing the stories about it.
Really?
That's a whole radio show right there.
Yeah. Yes, I know. And plus, Ariana has promised. I'm lying, but I'm hoping that she'll come back and play a little bluegrass for us one day on the show and get us riled up. You know, it's nothing like some good old Kentucky bluegrass.
That's right.
I mean, sure, I'll bring my big upright bass too.
Okay, all right, okay. So let's get into the real meat and potatoes. We've learned a little bit about the young woman, vice president of the Kentucky Young Democrats, running right now for president of the Kentucky Young Democrats. There hasn't been a female president of the Kentucky Young Democrats for over 10 years, over a decade. So I think it's time for that hashtag girl power to come back. What do you say?
Oh, yeah, and we haven't had a Hispanic president or an Asian president, so a lot of firsts, and I'd be the youngest as well.
History breaking.
Yeah, let's make history. Yeah. What do we have to do to help you out?
Well, it's mostly Young Democrats chapters that vote, but
I'm only 25. What do you mean?
I'm collecting endorsements too. I just really want to make it clear to everybody that I have a plan and a vision for it. I've been in this organization, I think, 7 years. I joined when I was 14, actually.
Okay, so you've been down for the cause for quite some time.
Yeah, I've been around a bit in the Democratic Party. Of course, I was told I was too young, but I was younger and angry.
Well, why don't we just say right now, because I know you, I'm working along with you on this rally, this very, very important rally, which we're going to talk about for a few minutes. Why don't we just say right now, Ann C., you're okay with this? Betsy Foster, you're okay with this?
I'm okay with that.
Okay. The Jones Report endorses Ariana Velasquez.
Yes.
Yeah.
For Kentucky Young Democrat president. I said it, I meant it, and I can back it up. I can back it up, girl. Back it up. Yes. So, you know I'm not 25. But can I come, sometimes? You all have food?
Yeah. We go out and watch parties. We have a lot of fun.
Okay. Well, food motivates me. So.
Oh, yeah. Me too.
Barbecue motivates me and food motivates me.
So you don't mind if a couple of times this old timer comes? Because I'm old enough to be your mama.
We have young at heart Democrats, Young Democrats.
Look at that.
That's true.
Oh, did they have young at heart?
Yeah.
Well, Betsy, why, and Nancy, why are we members? DeAndre, you want to run down there with me? We can be the young at heart
Yeah, we
Democrats.
can be the young at heart. I can go for the young at heart.
Okay, well, hey, You got 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yes.
You got 4 new members today.
Mm-hmm.
You deserve to be the president. You
Yes.
just recruited,
That's
just
right.
like that.
That's right.
Just like that. Look how easy that was.
Mm-hmm.
So let's talk about Tuesday and how important that is. And although I'm the host and that type of deal, but look, the last time I went to the rally, I can't remember the date. It might have been about a month ago. And you were the host of that particular No One Is Above the Law rally. And let me tell you something. I saw all of those young people like yourself. And I told you that night. That's when I met you. I told you that I was proud of you. It made tears come to my eyes. I'm serious, ladies and gentlemen. It made tears come to my eyes to see these wonderful young people actually passionate about our democracy, actually passionate about, our government and about equality for everyone, about making America a better country for every last human being in this country. I don't see that often. So it meant a lot to me. And I connected with you that night because I was like, this girl is a friggin' powerhouse.
She is.
I mean, my goodness. She's out here doing stuff. And when I was 21, I think I was like, ooh, yeah, I can go to the club now. So.
Probably true for all of us.
Yeah, I mean, but she's on the right track. I mean, this is a future president. This is a future senator. This is a future Secretary of State.
Thanks.
And as a part of the Democratic Party here, Ariana is there frequently for every event that we have. She's a great, great volunteer. And I lost my voice at the ball, so it's a little quiet.
Oh yeah, and Ariana was beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. Betsy, I couldn't get her off the dance floor.
That's right.
And I was working it, honey. I was there to do work. I danced a little bit. Yeah, they caught a couple of pictures. It makes you think I was partying all night, but I wasn't. But we were at the governor's inaugural ball, which was an honor. And it was an honor to see you there again in that pretty, beautiful white fur jacket. It was faux fur, people. She didn't kill an animal or anything.
Save the animals.
That's good.
Yep. She's climate change, save the animals. We love you. And you were absolutely gorgeous. And I think on that day, that's when you actually did your Facebook Live to announce that you were going to run.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I did. Yeah, after I got home, it was like 1 a.m, and I was like, no better time to do it than right now. So,
All pumped up.
I didn't want to waste the makeup either.
That's good. I hear you.
Sometimes when I take selfies, I just change my shirts. I'm kidding.
So did being at the inaugural celebrations and the swearing in and the ball that night and seeing Andy and seeing Lieutenant Governor Jacqueline Coleman, did that kind of give you that confidence to say, this is what I'm going to do at this point?
Oh, totally. It was really inspirational to be there. I was actually part of Jacqueline's Lead Kentucky last summer, and that's where I met her whenever she was still running. And she's a great lady, and there's no better time than the present to run. And it takes a lot of courage to announce something like that. There's more or equal number of people telling me not to run than to run. I am 21. I'm the youngest. There's no world precedent for someone this young running, but I've always been one of those people. People ask me to do things like plan events. They know I'll try. They know I'll give it my best effort. And so even if I don't know how to do something, they know I'll figure out how to do it. And that's what I'm doing now. And I'm really confident in my race.
That's exciting.
Well,
It's
we're
exactly
confident
should be.
in you. I mean, and see, you really didn't even know Ariana.
I didn't, and she just totally blew me away. She
Exactly.
really-
I mean,
not a lot
she-
of young people do that.
Yeah, because most of the time we're sitting around talking about millennials.
Yes.
Like, oh my God, is this who's going to be running the country later on? Oh my God, just let me go to France now, that type of thing. But you bring hope.
She does.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Does.
You bring
Absolutely.
hope, and you remind me of hope, of making a change. You remind me of the Obama administration. It was all about hope. and change.
Absolutely.
And we can do it together, collectively, no matter where you're from, no matter your age, your race, your ethnicity, your sexual orientation, or anything. He kind of brought us together, but there was that backlash of a black president, I believe, and you being Latina, how does it feel to you now, this climate, with this Trump administration?
Well, actually Hispanic. I'm Filipina.
Okay, you're Hispanic.
We're Hispanic.
Okay.
But
I'm sorry about that.
oh, you're good.
I'm sorry about that.
Same. I still get a lot of people assume I am Latina, so I've still caught a lot of that racism and from other people everywhere, no matter where I go, and being Asian too. It's just really hard, especially where. In this climate, people are feeling emboldened to be racist, and with a name like Velasquez, people are automatically. I've seen people change their entire countenance whenever I tell them my last name, because I'm pretty fair-skinned. But as soon as I tell them my name is Ariana Velasquez, people will completely treat me differently, and it just goes to show that racism is alive and well. And we have a president that enforces that. He's racist himself, it's just the plain truth about it. And so it really disturbs me, for people around me that aren't, as white passing, Imagine what they go through. I'll never know that. And it just breaks my heart.
It is heartbreaking. I mean, I never thought that I would see these days come. I know that my mother, my grandparents, my great-grandparents, and on, had to contend with a lot of racism. And somehow I was living in this fantasy world, like things were actually getting better, like there were actually opportunities for me, for my children. And there are opportunities. I don't want to make anybody think like it's so downtrodden that we haven't had any opportunities. But it just seems like things are being very stymied at this point. On Tuesday, we are going to get down on Tuesday. Yes, we are. I don't care how cold it is. I'm going to bundle up and I'm going to wear like 5 coats. And normally I want to be like cute and stuff, but I don't even care about that, because you know what it's about? It's about impeach and remove this friggin' alleged president out of office.
Amen.
We know it was said this morning on the news. I was looking at the news. They said on Wednesday it will actually be the full House vote on impeachment.
Right.
On Wednesday. So yes, Move On made the right call that we do it on Tuesday. So we put hashtag impeachment eve, and then we put hashtag no one above the law. Because no one is above the law. Our Constitution is at stake. Our democracy is at stake. We have to defend that. And people want to write a lot of stuff on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, blah, 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 blah. Right?
Yeah.
But are they willing to get out here and get in these streets and make it known? I mean, look at Hong Kong.
Yeah.
It was like over 1 million people every day. I don't care if it was raining cats and dogs. I don't care what it was. They were like, we are fighting for our democracy. And at this particular point, people are just letting it pass them by. Like, oh, he's crazy. He's this. What are you doing? Every American has a responsibility to do something. If you can't come out in the cold with us at 5:30 on Tuesday, which is December the 17th, okay? And be out there with us, showing up in numbers, showing Mitch McConnell, Louisville is not playing with you. We will not have you doing what you're doing. And we will let it be known that we are upset. We will let it be known that we don't have anything else to do but to let you know. We are sick and tired of Mitch McConnell and Trump. They need to be gone immediately.
Absolutely.
Immediately. And with our young people like Ariana right here, we have a fighting chance. So we've got some great speakers coming up, okay?
We do.
Ariana is one of our speakers. And plus she's going to sing a song too, because she has a beautiful voice. We've got Dr. Ricky L. Jones, who's with the Pan-African Studies at the University of Louisville. We've got Mark Murphy. You want to tell about him real quick, Betsy?
Mark Murphy, the political cartoonist for the Courier Journal and USA Today. He's also an attorney here in Louisville with Stites and Harbison.
And doesn't he know a lot about constitutional law?
He absolutely does.
Yes.
He's not afraid of Donald
And
Trump.
not
He is
afraid.
not
And-
afraid of Mitch McConnell.
And also, Betsy, tell about that great letter that's going to be coming.
Oh, we're also getting a letter because our dear Congressman John Yarmouth, who will be voting for impeachment, will be there to vote on Wednesday, so he can't attend in person, but he is sending a letter, which will be read at the event.
And Betsy's going to